Welcome back to another video. Luton Town are at home on Saturday versus Swansea City. 13th place Swansea City in a massive game where Luton struggling on the road away from home to get any points, whereas at home slightly better but not as convincing with their wins. Now we are going to look into the fixture on Saturday a little bit more detail. So if you do like today's video, smash that like button, hit the subscribe, let us know your thoughts in the comments. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers. Swansea City, 13th place. 5 points above Luton Town. They've won one more game and drawn two more. Their latest game they played was against Portsmouth, where they drew 2-2. Previous to that, they beat Derby, lost also to Leeds, a massive 4-3 loss. Swansea were so close, they got themselves back into it, scored in the 90th minute, and then Leeds straight away went down the other end and won it 4-3. Swansea City do set up very similar to the same as the last few people that we've been facing, a 4-2-3-1. Every sort of team this season seems to be playing that type of formation. Now, Luton come up against Norwich City and we played a different formation. It almost was a 4-4-2 and it looked so much better, so much more solid. We had Bell on the left. We had, unfortunately, Chongi filling back in, and when he did fill back in, the second goal happened. But we did look a lot more solid in sort of our formation, and we weren't having them pockets on the left and on the right where people were just bombarding down where we had at Leeds. So it's definitely a nice refreshing to see a 4 at the back and to see like a 4-4-2. I'm hoping that Rob is going to take that inspiration and stay with that, especially with Alfie Doughty still out. We need to keep Bell sort of on the left. Maybe put Moses just in front on the left wing like he finished at Norwich. I don't necessarily think Chongi is suited all the way out on that left side. But we'll get on to my formation and team selection very shortly. Swansea City's top goal scorer is Liam Cullen. Sits on the number 10 position, just behind their number 9 up front. He has scored 4 goals in 15 matches. And just behind that is the striker, Zan Vipotonik. Liam Walsh will have his reunion against Swansea City, whether he's going to be fit or not. He didn't feature at all against Norwich City, so hopefully he'll be back fit to come on and produce something special, maybe towards the back end of the second half. Now, my team selection. Knowing Rob Edwards, once he knows something was sort of kind of working, I don't think he'll necessarily change it too much. Obviously, at Norwich City, we went 1-0 up. Then we went 2-1 down. The defending was horrendous. Changes definitely need to happen. But I don't think then many changes need to happen. And I'll tell you why. I felt that we lost the game. Certainly when them substitutions come on. When Morris goes off, I feel Morris is a massive loss to Luton. Because his leadership more than anything, you could see some of the times, I didn't capture it all on camera against Norwich, but he ran all the way from the halfway line back to Kaminsky and shouted at him when he played a short goal kick and it didn't work. He was screaming at him, then he was screaming at another player. He's the only person realistically on that field that has any sort of leadership and shouting at the players when it goes bad. Certainly after the goals, you could tell, I said it myself, after the third and the fourth goal, we conceded and everyone just went, oh well, back to the halfway line we go then. But Morris is one of them players that when we concede, he's shouting at every single player and telling them that was awful and we need to sort it out. At Middlesbrough, when he got his yellow card at Middlesbrough, he comes straight on after being on the bench and then he's run round and he's just literally frustration gone straight through the player, got back up and started moaning at the players. We need that and we lack that when he's not on the field. So Morris has to start, in my opinion. The way it's set up at the back, we want to see Tom Holmes in. He just produces, like, more than anything, his work ethic, his 110%. He flies into every tackle that he does, and he seems so committed. I want to see him start. Now, I have dropped out Mengi instead of McGuinness. Now, the reason being is because looking back previous results, like the Watford game and various rounds there, where Sunderland, stuff like that, Tom Holmes and McGuinness worked really well together. And I felt that putting them together in a 4 at the back might be a little bit better. I just don't necessarily think McGuinness and Mengi work well together at the back. So change that up slightly. Mengi does drop out, as I've said, due to previous games. Bring in Holmes. On the right-hand side, sticking with Hashi. On the left, we have Bell. Moving up slightly higher. Then we've got Brown on the right-hand side. We got Moses on the left. In the middle, we got Klaus and Baptiste. Baptiste is our free kick taker, our corner taker. We have to have him on the field. I think his corners delivery is fantastic. So we definitely want to have Baptiste in the middle. Klaus, again, another one in the middle. And then up front, we have Morris and Adebayo. Now, we have seen so many of this 4-2-3-1 formation. I have just played around with it and seeing if we can produce that 4-2-3-1 as well and seeing what it looks like. And I think I've done quite well. I think the players kind of still suit where they are. Again, at the back, we have the standard 4 that I've already spoken about. Then we have Klaus and Nakamba. Both two sort of holding midfielders that have worked previously well together in the past. And then in front of that, we have Brown. We have Chongi sitting in the middle exactly where he should be. And then we have Baptiste out on the left-hand side of that. Now, I had been sort of inclined to maybe swap Chongi with Adebayo and then put Morris just behind in the 10 and then Adebayo in front. But I just don't feel that Morris would necessarily suit that position. I think if he's going to be a target man at the top, hit him at the top, Chongi just in front to free roam across, to feed the balls in. And I think maybe this formation like that wouldn't actually be too bad with Taylor as well. If you brought Morris off later for Taylor, or you swapped it around slightly and got Taylor in as well. But as I say, we do need Morris on the field. So if we can find a second leader and allow Morris to come off, I think Taylor might suit that position up the top there. That would then give us the ability to transition with Moses and Baptiste to swap them around. Liam Walsh would be able to come in and replace Klaus or Nakamba there as well. Pelly could fill in and do a job as well, 100%. I know a lot of people have been shouting lately, why is Pelly not getting a look in while the team is not doing great away from home? So there is arguments there to put Pelly in as well. But yeah, I think that is kind of the best Luton formation that we could probably produce with the players on the field. We definitely, in the transfer window, need to invest in a left back, left wing back to help Alfie and Bell. And we also need to do the same with a right back and a right wing back, because Hashioka, I love Hashioka, but I just don't think he's strong enough. And trying to go forward, we need the pace as well. We've lacked that with losing Ogbene on the right-hand side. So we've really lacked that and we've not replaced it. So we definitely need to be in the market for one of them come January as well. Now, let me know in the comments your thoughts and what you thought of my team selection. And if you did like today's video, smash that like button, hit the sub, and I will look forward to seeing you on Saturday for the vlog against Swansea City. Up the town!